Hello, my name is Bernie, Prepress Supervisor at Hemlock Printers. In this session, we will review how to build varnishes using advanced techniques in Photoshop and in InDesign. On another video called Building Basic Varnishes, we reviewed how to add layers and how to build spot colors. In this session, we will continue the varnish tutorial by adding Photoshop into the mix. So let's move on to page 2 and 3. We will continue the matte background, gloss, text, and to add a little bit of fun, we can do a gloss on the mask and a gloss on the cape. Go ahead and open this image up in Photoshop. Edit original. And right away, let's do a save as, and we'll call it underscore varnish, so we do not overwrite our image. We'll hit save. And we'll hit OK. So let's go ahead and isolate the red mask and the red cape from the rest of the image. We can use color range, and we can use this little eyedropper tool to pick off the red bits and play with the fuzziness to try to get a little bit more. We can hit OK, and you can see the marching ants. And we'll go to channels, make a new channel called alpha. Inverse the selection, select inverse, and simply delete the background to white. So now that we have the basic shape of our varnish, we can go ahead and fill the areas with black. I use the dodge and burn tool. Range set to shadows, exposure set to 100%, and with this tool you do not have to be overly precise. As you can see, I am filling the areas where I need my varnish in, and if I go past the shadow area, it does not affect any of the highlights. So this is a great little tool to fill in your shapes. You can change my brush and also go ahead and start filling in the mask. So we can continue to clean the image off by using the dodge tool set to highlights and the exposure set to 100%. And what that does is it takes away the highlight areas. The neat thing about this tool is you can be quite rough, and as you can see, if I pass over the shadow areas, it will not affect it. Now let's move over to our eraser tool, and we can just use this eraser to remove elements that we don't need. Good way to check is to turn on your CMYK layers, and you can turn it on and off your channels to see what extra fine tuning you may or may not need. Taking my eraser tool, I am just cleaning off the edges of the cape and the ears. Looks like I don't need to put varnish on the ears, so let's remove that. Change my tool, make it a little bit more precise. These are just little fine-tuning bits. That looks good. Let's go back to our alpha channel and again fine-tune and just filling in the white areas. I can go back to my dodge and burn tool and just remove any extra bits that I don't need. And that's pretty close. So that is our varnish layer that's going to go over the cape and mask. At this point, we can just change it to a grayscale, hit OK, and save. We've just created a grayscale varnish in Photoshop. We can now move over into InDesign. Let's open up our layers. We'll copy the content from this main content and paste in place into the varnish layer. Now we'll just remove the elements that we don't need for varnish. And we will build varnishes to the elements we want to build. So the picture and the frame will do gloss. We'll remove that element. The text will also do gloss. The logo in gloss. This text also in gloss, and this text in gloss. Let's update this image. Command D, get image. And this was our Hero Cape Varnish TIFF. Let's open that. It will update in the right place. And now that this is a grayscale TIFF, we can just colorize it. So the image, we can go with a gloss, varnish, and for the background, we'll go matte. And there you have it. A matte background with gloss text, gloss image, gloss logo, gloss mask, and cape. Let's go back to our layers and we can see that the fit is perfect. This concludes our presentation on building varnishes using Photoshop and InDesign. My name is Bernie. Thank you for watching. Please visit hemlock.com for other resources.